I thought that shot was
Where they
cool
were
when
standing.
he was walking in that cave. It was
Yeah,
dark.
and Reyna's like silhouette with the dragon fire in the back. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick. That was a good shot. Alrighty, boys, let's go ahead and dive right in. House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4 is out. Another Sunday down here. What do we think of this episode? What was your guys' initial first thoughts?
I thought it was an okay episode. Stuff just kind of advanced for more of the political side, more of the talking again this episode. But,
Yeah.
I felt like, yes, we did see people making moves and everything.
Yeah, we see people's kind of war plans developing here. I'd say just off of initial first reaction, it wasn't a bad episode by any means, but I definitely think this was probably the weakest episode of Season 3 so far.
I think that says more to the
The quality of the first three.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The first three were bangers, super fast pace. Even episode 3 being mostly just following Rhaenyra around King's Landing and the a lot of talking scenes in that episode. It was still like it had just moved at such a pace, and in every scene felt kind of intense.
Kept you engaged.
Whereas this one had a lot of, I don't know if I want to call them like slow points or like dead space, where it just felt like there was conversations going on. There wasn't really any action in this episode. Even episode 3, Aemon, when he arrived at Harrenhal and he was
Burning it down with
Vhagar and he was going through slaying people, like we had some kind of battle moments. We didn't really get that this much in this episode.
Again, I don't really want there to be a super big battle every episode, because then it kind of, so when it does happen, it hits more, I think.
Yep. I don't know. I don't want to say it was a bad episode by any means, but it was just kind of a slower episode, which I don't necessarily have a problem with.
I thought every part was pretty good, as far as like even like the slow parts, those led up or is going to lead up into something kind of bigger, I think.
So we'll get into spoilers here for episode 4. So this episode definitely focused a lot more on Ormond Hightower. But we're seeing a lot more of him this episode for sure.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot. This is the most that we've got of him so far, and kind of seeing some character development and his personality traits. I do like him. I think he's got an aura about him. I think he's kind of got a good like villain face. He's a character that we'll probably love to hate. There's always those villain type characters like a Ramsay or a Joffrey.
I don't think he'll get to that level.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get to. Yeah, he seems way more kind of stoic than them. Besides, like the moment at the table where he read the message from the Raven, that Aemon wasn't even at Harrenhal anymore, that he had just fled and he wasn't on his way to them.
Yeah, then we kind of saw Darren too. He was like, "Get out to that other kid," because he's probably seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah, he knew that overreaction was going to come. Yeah, he seems like he definitely has a temper, and he may lose it at sometimes, but he doesn't seem as insane as like a Ramsay or a Joffrey.
Yeah,
yet at least from what
he
we've
definitely
seen thus
has.
far.
He definitely has a plan that obviously at the very end saying like, "Let's begin." And
he's got some confidence about him to have like no dragons. Obviously, they have Darren's small dragon, but that's not even going to be a threat really. He seems that he's not too intimidated. When Vermithor flew over at the end right there, he didn't even seem intimidated by it. So he definitely has some kind of plan and strategy in place, which I've never read any of the Game of Thrones books or anything, but I did hear people just say, not any spoilers about it or anything, but that the Battle of Tumbleton is like one of the best battles in like Westerosi history.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did see somebody say that they can't wait for Battle of Tumbleton. I mean, I'm assuming that's what we're building to here.
Yeah, too, because we end up seeing a lot of Hugh the Hammer's wife. Like, I think her name's Kat. Yeah, she ended up kind of getting assaulted by that Hightower soldier. And then we saw Ormond there. He was like, well, you can't do that to like a random woman. Like, you're going to get the same punishment she did, which was a broken arm. So I thought he was kind of like,
good, like he had some justice about him. Yeah.
Justice. Yeah, that's what he was saying. So, But
then we obviously saw that script get flipped by the end of the episode. He brought that same guy in to just get killed by Darren. Yeah.
Darren did it.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely had some hesitation about him, Darren, but I'm surprised with how quick he stabbed him. Now, he did stab him in the chest. He didn't go as gruesome as like chopping his head off.
Yeah, like we've seen before.
Yeah. Or I thought for a second he was going to do, which the dragon did burn him after he killed him, but I thought he was going to hit like a Dracarys and have the dragon catch him on fire.
Because he did hear him. He did say a couple words to the dragon, like that Valyrian.
High Valyrian.
I guess he was like passionate with his dragon or affectionate.
Yep.
Which obviously Ormond didn't like. He's like, how can you like...
Yeah, don't show affection to that beast. He said, yeah. We got a lot more of Aegon this episode. We didn't really get him in episode 3 at all.
Yeah, him and Larys.
Yeah, him and Larys's plan still in development here, and they haven't really fully said what their plan is. I think the only loose comments they made was that they were heading to get Sunfire, and then they were gonna
see Sunfire.
Yeah, they were gonna try and get Sunfire and then go to Dragonstone, which I think was their plan.
Well, I think it was mainly Aegon who kind of like said
Was-
like, let's go to Rook's Rest, and then
Yeah.
Laris just kind of had to follow him. But
Yeah, they do see Sunfire, and Sunfire does appear to be dead, or if not dying. I mean, I still think Sunfire's got to be alive because I feel like that's just so disappointing. If Sunfire's dead, like, what's kind of the purpose of going out there? And then they're kind of lingering in the town at Rook's Rest. So
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like Sunfire's got to be alive. And we did even hear Aegon say, like, oh, he's still alive when he.
was like feeling it, like
Yeah,
touching
when he
her.
had his hands on him. Yeah, they had the there was the like tour guides they're charging coins to put
Yeah,
their hands on the
there's, like,
dragon. Yeah, they
random
were
guys
setting it
there.
up like a tourist attraction. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the color definitely looked different because in before like season
Yeah,
two,
he was
she
like
was
a
like
orange
orange goldish because like
Yep.
Sunfire.
Yep.
And yeah, she was definitely like pale, like
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
ground.
yeah, almost some green to her a little bit too, like she was dead.
Then yeah, we saw that scene too where he was like asking for food. They made him do those chores, like the jobs
Yep.
around.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not cleaning the latrines.
He ends up telling that guy off too, the guy
yeah.
that kind of runs that place.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I thought he was gonna do something like maybe when he got down to kiss his feet, he was gonna like snatch his knife, or maybe like Sunfire would like fly in and show up or something. But no, it looked like he ended up kissing his boots there. So
Nice clean boots.
yeah.
So yeah, we kind of go into Rhaenyra a little bit, just her kind of still leading King's Landing, having a trouble doing that. Obviously, all the stuff's going
she's
on.
still struggling. Yeah, she seems like she's getting a little bit better mentally. Like she doesn't seem to be scrambling as much.
Yeah.
In this episode, like she's kind of getting a small council back together. Like we've got Alan of Hull. He's playing a bigger role now. He's kind of sitting in for Corlys as the hand.
Yeah, Corlys just kind of ran, like just
Yeah.
went off, said he was going to cut down like
Yeah, so
Triarchy pirates.
Yeah, he said he was better served out in the field. So he was like, yeah, I'll just send you to be in my place at the council.
Even though he's the hand of the king.
yeah.
Or hand of the queen.
Right.
But yeah.
She's still getting like dumb requests by people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Ulf, and then
Yeah.
Hugh ended up
Yeah,
wanting to go to Tumbleton, obviously, too.
We said this while we were watching the episode. I still do not fully trust Ulf. I feel like he's gonna flip the script and change sides here at some point. He's always been kind of a fluky character to me. Yeah, he definitely didn't like being told, like being talked down to by Rhaenyra, like being told that he's got to like change his lifestyle. He can't go to like public taverns and stuff anymore and be with his friends.
That's
he has
the-
to basically stay inside the Red Keep.
Yeah, that's where we first saw him in season 2. He was in that tavern with those guys that were in that
Right.
in this episode too, and
Yeah.
yeah, he was trying to get them to like get relieved of their crimes and stuff, and
Yeah.
she said no.
He was like asking for a pardon for one of the guys and
Yep.
things like that. So yeah, he's just trying to help his friends out. And yep, she's basically telling him like, go and forget all that.
Which makes sense because if he dies, that's a dragon down.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because I was kind of thinking when she first said that too, she was like, no, you belong to the crown. I was like, oh, that's a little tough. But then it makes sense why she's doing it, because if he dies, they're down a dragon rider.
And yet we saw the like we said, the small council. She kind of got Orwile, like made him Grand
Yeah.
Maester, even though he
Yeah.
was that before, but
Yep.
it made her
Just assigned him back to the council.
Yep.
So he got his spot back.
Masari as the like the mistress of whisperers. So
Yeah, something's still going on with her. I feel like she's still got like a master plan at work here. Like I feel like she's like always lingering around, always listening.
Yeah.
Very Varys like.
Littlefinger, Laris too in this show.
And they can't be trusted. And Damon's very wary of her. Every
Yep.
time he sees her lingering around, he's always like aware of her.
They always have their own like game.
Their
they're
own
playing.
agenda going. Yeah,
Scheming.
100%. Yep, they're always scheming.
And then she named that Sir Torin Manderley, who was in the last episode when she fed those like townspeople the rats. He was like standing at the end when she was talking to him.
It's
But
like a fall guy, right?
yeah, she named him Master of Coin, kind of like to act as a scapegoat for
Yep.
why
Right.
the city like lost all their
Yeah.
gold. But he's there, so I'm curious to see what he ends up doing.
We got a decent amount of Damon this episode. We got to see him go to the Vale. We finally got to see the Eyrie, see the Moon Door.
Yep, the
and
Moon Door.
we saw Queen Jane Eyre. He was basically begging her for gold
Yep.
to show loyalty to the crown. She ended up giving him like 10,000 coins or something, so he took those back. And then I guess when he was on his way out, Caraxes has got radar detection on
Yeah.
other dragons because he wasn't minding Damon and he just flew him up onto that hill. We got to see Sheepstealer and Rhaena into that cave. And that cave looked pretty small, but yeah, Sheepstealer was able to get in and out of there.
I wonder if
so-
there's like a back entrance maybe, but
Yeah,
I
he
don't know.
flew right out of that.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did fly
Yeah.
right out.
Yep.
Yep. I thought that shot was
Where they
cool
were
when
standing.
he was walking in that cave. It was
Yeah,
dark.
and Reyna's like silhouette with the dragon fire in the back. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick. That was a good shot. That's his first time seeing Reyna for a while, and Reyna's got she's got the craziest haircut I've ever seen. She's got the Kodak black haircut, but it's
Yeah.
like light gray.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Damon's daughter.
Yeah,
It hasn't seen them much. Him and Bela.
Yeah, and he seemed very thrown off by that because usually you don't see Damon rattled at all, but he obviously learned the truth of she tamed sheep stealer and was the dragon rider that ended up getting Jace killed.
Which we end up seeing later. He goes to Rhaenyra, cuts off that random like sheep dude's head at
Yeah,
the
we
bottom
were
of that
wondering.
hill.
Yeah, I guess it would be like a shepherd. He had a couple like sheeps or
Yeah.
goats with him, and I thought at first he was looking at the sheep and he was like thinking. Reyna did mention he was like, "How did you even become sheep stealer's rider?" And she was saying how she was like, "Oh, I just fed him sheep, and
Yeah.
he just kind of became loyal to me. I just basically gave him food, or I guess somewhat loyal to her."
Yeah, wild
Because he's not
dragons.
completely tamed. Yeah, I thought he was looking at the sheep and he was gonna maybe come up with like some kind of plan to like bait sheep stealer in, like, oh, if you just give him food somehow, you could bait him into wherever you want, maybe. But no, obviously he just ended up killing the guy and then took his head in there and made him be like the fall guy for. This was Sheep Stealer's rider. This is who ended up killing Jace.
Yep.
And Rhaenyra wasn't even pleased with that because she obviously wanted to see her son's killer face to face in person.
So Damon lying to Rhaenyra.
Yeah, she wanted to take him alive. Yeah, but he's protecting his daughter at the same time.
Yep,
so.
so it's a weird kind of
Yeah,
back
that's a
and forth.
double-edged sword for him. So yeah, that's tough.
Yep.
Sure, that's gonna get revealed sooner or later, and she's just gonna be like,
Oh,
"What the hell?"
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that reveal because I feel like Rhaenyra is going to go crazy and she's going to kind of that's definitely going to be a test of trust and loyalty too for
Daemon.
Damon and the kids and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm curious. I bet it'll be a battle or something. And like Sheep Stealer will come in, and
Yep.
that'll be like all chaos.
yeah. There's some big moments I'm waiting for here because I still feel like Sunfire's alive. I feel like Aegon will end up getting on Sunfire somehow. Like I feel like Sunfire will show up in a big moment. I definitely don't think that line was just put there for no reason at all of him saying he's still alive. Like I can feel him, and I feel like they put so much emphasis on him going to find Sunfire. If Sunfire's just dead, it's kind of like a pointless storyline there because where does Aegon really go from here?
Well, I think Laris' kind of plan was to kind of like continue their quiet escape to Essos. That's kind of I think what his grand plan is, at least.
Yep. I just don't think Aegon wants that at all. Aegon doesn't give me the vibe that he just wants to flee because he's even still saying with those men in Rook's Rest that they should be loyal to him. Like if they knew he was the king.
Well, he just found out that Rhaenyra took the throne in King's Landing, and then that like he's dead to everyone
Yeah,
else.
'cause-
He didn't know that.
Because
just
he
found
was
that out.
even when they were walking into Rook's Rest, he saw some of Cole's men and he was like, these are Cole's men. So they should be loyal to me. They're fighting for me.
Yep, Laris
So-
let him know that.
Yep. I don't think Aegon just wants to flee to Essos. Like I definitely don't think he wants to flee. I definitely think he's got a grand scheme at play here. I don't think he's just gonna leave and just go into hiding. I definitely think Aegon has more of a role to play. I don't think they're just gonna escape and go to Essos.
No,
and
I don't
just-
think that. Yeah,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
will happen to him for sure. The only other kind of big part of the episode was that at Harrenhal, we saw Christian Cole and Gwaine get there.
Yeah, when they showed up. Yep.
Yep. Instead of finding Aemon, which they thought would be there, they meet that Alice, that
Yeah.
kind of witch.
That was another weird thing too. She said that Aemon had fled. I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, I know. I'm curious what that will
Because
all turn out to be.
He was bleeding out, so she's definitely doing something with him. And she does give me like Melisandre vibes from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And Melisandre, like on my rewatch of Game of Thrones, she was doing a lot of things with blood magic, and she was always taking people's blood. Like she had that scene with Gendry in the bed
Yeah.
where she was like using the leeches on him to take his blood. I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing something similar to that with Aemon, where she's in there doing some kind of weird like witchcraft experiment on him. So who knows what she's doing? But I think she's got him hidden there at Harrenhal for sure. All right, yeah, I think that's pretty much covers it. I think that's all the biggest points of the episode. Not a bad episode at all. Definitely one of those episodes where they're kind of planning things out, showing
Yeah.
more political movements and kind of setups for the war. But yeah, considering we only got 4 episodes left, I feel like they're definitely teeing us up for some big battles here.
Yep, all coming to head here.
100%. I think we'll get at least 2 big battles before the end of the season. So I definitely think we're building to that point. So I don't think it was a bad episode, but I think it was just the weakest of the 4. But then, like we said, that just
Doesn't mean it's bad.
pays
yeah.
tribute to how good the first 3 episodes were. So we just kind of took a step back a little bit on the pace. But yeah, not a bad episode at all.
Gonna say that lady Jane Eyre, she ain't taking no shit from anybody. It seems
Yeah,
like,
true.
So.
Yeah.
She had the drip on
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
that-
she did. She did kind of have the sauce on. Yeah, and she had those dogs too.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the first time I've seen
we've
that, I feel like.
we've definitely seen them have hounds and stuff, but more for like military purposes and
Yeah,
stuff,
not
not
like-
necessarily for or like hunting purposes. But yeah, not as just pets. We've seen people who have like cats as pets, but yeah. That was kind of interesting to see.
Sounds like
But-
we're gonna have a lot of cats at King's Landing now.
Yeah,
Yep.
the rat cat, because all the rat catchers. And
Oh, yeah.
Alan said they had cats.
Yep, and we did get to see Viserys's old project,
The Valyria.
creating the old Valyria, the like 2D scale model or 3D scale model. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be it for our review of House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4. Let us know what you guys thought down in the comment section below. Remember to leave a like on the video. We appreciate you watching to the end. Come back next week for our review of Episode 5. All right,
All right,
peace.
peace.